All right, can you guys, can you still hear and see me? Yeah, perfect, okay. Well, if you're, we'll give folks another, because it's not quite 7 o'clock, we'll give folks another moment. You'll see me in bare feet. So I have gotten in the habit, as Peter Tia and Aaron Carson and lots of others, of strength training at home barefoot. I like that because it really lets me use my feet. Just please don't drop the weights. What we'll do, and you'll notice I'm foam rolling. If you've got a foam roller here, great. If not, just move in a way that feels good to you. We will, pretty similar to those who participated last year, do we will do some mobility. We'll then do movement prep, so lighter weights, but movements that you'll see throughout the rest of the class, and then we'll get into the real meat of it. And a lot of our focus will be on the muscles in cycling that we really use, like our quads and the rest of our legs, and maybe the ones we neglect, the core and the posterior chain. That still is incredibly important for what we're doing. We love our planks. We'll do lots of variations of planks, and we'll also finish with a little bit more mobility. Equipment-wise today, I've become friends again with my foam roller. If you have one, great. If not, no worries. I would recommend a medium to heavy set of weights, and then one heavier than that. And so over the course of the winter, it would be great if you had light, so ones that you could do things like, okay, sorry, let me see if it's fine. Is that any better? Was it sweat in the microphone? Okay, and please interrupt me if it does, if it goes back. So today, a set of medium to heavy, things that you'll squat and deadlift with, and then one heavier. We'll do some single leg exercises. And if you could have for the season something light, that you could do things like this with, something medium that you could perhaps curl, that would be a nice and manageable weight for a deadlift or a squat. And then, you'll find, like I do, to want to keep going heavier. But why don't we go ahead and get started with some mobility. We are going to do something called a Jefferson curl. This is to mobilize our spine. So start with the head, and we're going to move one vertebra at a time and just roll down. So tuck the neck, curl the shoulders, and just roll down, trying to hit one vertebra at a time. Pause here at the bottom, feel that nice stretch all along the back of your legs and your spine, and then we roll up one by one. Bring our arms up into a cactus or goalpost, and just a little back bend. And we'll do that 2 more times. Take it nice and easy. Roll down. Pause at the bottom, roll up. Yeah. That was there. That might just not have been in view. Yeah. Roll up one more time. And a little gentle back bend because it's still early. Okay. Now, go into 90-90. So each of your legs is at 90 degrees. Your hip is straight under you. My right hip is straight. My right knee is down. My left knee is in front of me. And we're just going to lean forward. And this gives a nice stretch through the front of through the hip flexor. It also is nice for your ankle mobility. And we'll just do this 6 times. we'll switch. Other side. And just gently move forward and back. And we'll come back to, in just a moment, we'll switch legs and we'll add a rotation. We'll do 2 more here because I haven't really been counting. Last one. All right, so switch back. And we're going to rotate away from the down leg, so over the up leg. So forward and twist. And come back. We'll do 5 of these. 2 each side. 3. Keep the chest up. 4. Rotating that whole spine. 5. And let's switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Next, let's move to a downward dog. I'm going to move this a little bit. That's a better view. So into downward dog. If you're familiar with yoga, you'll know this position well. If not, start yourself in a plank, and then lift your hips up as high as they can go. You can move your feet in a little bit if that's comfortable, but you should feel a nice lengthening through your whole body. Keep emphasizing getting those hips up. I feel a very nice stretch through the calves. So pedal at your feet. And now we're going to do alternating reaches. So that means with my left hand, I'm going to try to touch my right foot and back. We'll do 5 on each side. 1. Feel this nicely. 1. Through the whole back of your body. 2. 3. I'd say I'm coming out of it a little bit. That's fine. 4. 4. 5. 5. All right, and then let's go down onto all 4s, and we'll do what's called a bird dog. So again, yoga Pilates, you may be familiar with these. So we're going to take left leg out, right arm out, and we switch. So again, we'll do each side 5 times, just waking up the back of the body. 1. 1. Keep your core tight. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Okay, now on your feet, I'll keep toweling off my earbuds. Now we'll get a little more active. So we'll start with air squats. So this means unweighted. Have your feet, everyone's hips are a little bit different. What I'd recommend is hips width are a tiny bit wider. Feet mostly straight. I don't want to see anybody tipped out all the way. If you have a little bit of external rotation in the feet, that's fine. But let's just squat for 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we'll do what are called good mornings. So if you have this, hands behind your head. If not, just you can put your hands on your chest. This is like we're doing a deadlift. So bring your hips back a bit. Keep that back straight. We're not looking for bending in the back. And you're just going to tip your upper body forward, your hips go back a bit, and pull up. So let's do 10 of these. 1, 2, squeeze in your glutes, the top of your hamstring, your lower back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now come to the top of your mat and reverse lunges. So that 90-90 position we just did, you'll be getting as close as you can to that, going backwards. So down, if you want to tap your knee, go ahead, you don't have to. And we'll alternate sides, 8 each side. 1, 2. I put my hands in front of me for balance, but keep your chest upright. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now, as we're getting warmed up, a little bit of plyo. I don't like to do a lot of jumping yet, but let's get started with just a little bit. So we're just gonna hop. Hop for 30. 10. 20. 30, rest. Plyometrics and just any sort of impact is so important for bone health, so you're gonna see a fair bit of that. Let's go back to air squats and we'll do one more set of hops, so just 10 air squats. 3, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and now we'll hop. We're gonna hop side to side. So a little bit of lateral movement. So again, 30 hops like that. So 1, 2, 3. 10. 'And any of these exercises, if they don't work for you, don't do anything that causes pain. I don't mean discomfort. Discomfort from working hard is what we want. 3, 2, 1. But pain in joints and tendons, find another movement that works for you. I can't see you, so I can't help, but happy to talk offline about any of that. Okay, so we have done our prep. Let's really get into it. So first leg circuit that we're going to do, we will be doing a squat, we will be doing a deadlift, and then we'll be doing some more squats. Can't go wrong with squats. So start with your weights. I have been doing a lot this week. Overdid it a bit with strength training with my teacher training that I'm doing. So not going as heavy as I might if I was not ridiculously sore. And we'll even see how I do with these. But I've got 15s right here. And all I'm going to do is that same form we had in the air squat. We're doing 8 regular squats. And so you may, depending on how much ankle flexibility, will have a lot to do with how far you go down. If you find yourself that you've got to tip way forward, that means you probably need to do a little work on ankle flexibility. And you can also put your heels on a weight if that is too much. 2, 1, rest. When I say that, what I mean by a weight, if you don't have that ankle flexibility, if you put your heels up on a weight like this, that lets you get your knees over your toes and your butt down a bit more. So if you need it, go ahead and do that. You don't have to. I've got plenty of flexibility here, so I don't bother doing that. All right, next exercise, we're going to do 8 deadlifts. Again, kind of nice not to have very heavy weight yet, because we're still working on form. So, hands are in front of you, weights hanging down in your hands. Start by pushing your butt back, and keep your back flat. Don't go any lower than lets you keep your back flat. So if I go down to here, this is a spine exercise. That's not what we're doing. We're trying to get this in the hamstrings and the glutes. So keep your back in that nice flat position and just hinge as far as you can to maintain that. So that's just a little, I'm pretty flexible. That's just still a little bit below my knees. So don't feel you have to go that far. You may just come to here, and as long as you're getting that, feeling that in your glutes and hamstrings, you're good. So ready? Let's do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Last, we're going to finish with 8 squat jumps. So squat down, jump up. Squat down, jump up. Okay? So do 8 with me. Squat down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? We're going to repeat that 2 more times. Two more. And I don't want this to be your first and last strength session. So if everybody knows their bodies by now, if this is too much, awesome. Yeah, take down the weight, take down the reps. Good, 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 good. All right, we'll go another 10 seconds, we'll go again. All right, go ahead and grab those weights. Rack them up on your shoulders. This is called a front rack squat. Let's make the feet a little wider. Still track the knees over the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Right into deadlift. Feet directly under the hips. Keep that back nice and flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Set those down. Right into 8 squat jumps. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, rest again. I don't see all the fancy instructors quite mopping the sweat off themselves. So, got a ways to go. So I got one more round of that. Another 10 seconds. Yeah, use weights that make this feel like work, not a death march. So, all right, last time, feet back a little wider than hip width, toes pointing straight, and we do 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right into deadlifts, flat back. This is a hamstring and a glute exercise, not a spine exercise, but keep that core locked. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put those weights down. Squat jumps. 8. Last time we're jumping today. 6, 7, 8. All right. We'll take another minute and we'll do a bit of core, and then legs, and then core again. Oh, because I said core, huh? Planks. Let's give ourselves another 15 seconds, and then meet me in a push-up position. All right, so push-ups. I'm not able to do very many push-ups, but over the course of this training, that is going to improve. So all I'm going to do is 5 push-ups. So I've got my hands firmly in the ground, almost corkscrewing into the ground. My elbows are going to go back at 45 degrees. If you have them all the way out at 90 degrees with your body, that's very tough on your shoulders. So back about 45 degrees. If you want a tricep, that's where you keep them right in at the body. But we're going to do a traditional push-up, arms about 45 degrees. You can stay on your knees, but we're just going to do 5. So I encourage you to try to do them on your feet. This is like a plank position. Your body's locked in. And we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a hold in high plank. We're going to hold here for another 10 seconds. And now just bring your knees down. Don't touch the ground if you don't have to. If you need to rest them for a second, that's okay. But we're now moving into bear plank. This is Tom Keen's favorite move. And in a second, we're going to go back out, but down into forearm plank. Another 20 seconds, and then we're going to stop planking. We're going to roll onto our backs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, if you have a yoga ball handy, or a yoga block, or a foam roller, grab it. If you don't, no worries. We're going to do dead bugs, but a variation on them, using this ball. So a dead bug, we'll do without any props to start. So your knees are up in tabletop, your head and shoulders are on the ground, and your arms are straight out. So I'm going to take my right arm and my left leg and then extend it. You don't want to let your back arch like this. Keep your core engaged. Keep your lower back to the ground and back. So let's just try 3 of these each side. 1, 2, 3. And hopefully you felt that all through the core, really needing to stabilize yourself. Now if you've got, I'll show a couple examples. Whatever equipment you have, we're going to use some pressure on what's staying up. So you could use a yoga block, roller. My favorite though, if you have it, is the yoga ball. So hold that up, and now we're going to extend the right arm and the left leg. And with this left arm and right leg, you're going to press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. And we'll go to the other side. If you don't have any of this equipment, just be doing dead bugs while we're holding. Okay, now the other side. So my left arm and right leg is going to extend, and I'm going to press in hard for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Absolutely, yeah, keep that lower back on the ground. All right, let's do that each side again. And hold for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And switch. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Only twice more through all of that. We'll rest for a moment though. And then 10 seconds, meet me back in the push-up position. So again, 5, make them good. If you have to go down to the ground and like just push yourself up in any way, that's okay. The point is to get yourself up off the ground, lower down, and build strength. So let's start again. 5 nice push-ups, whatever you can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold in high plank. 'Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now down to bear plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last plank, forearm plank. Well, last plank for this set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll over. Grab whatever you were using to hold. Or just do a standard dead bug the whole time. Okay? Right arm, left leg extends. We hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Lower back on the ground. 3, 2, 1. Rest for a second. Back up. And switch. Hold for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. One more time through that. Up. And extend. Hold for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest for a second. And last minute. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. I am definitely finding it hard to keep my lower back on the ground. So I know that that's something I need to keep working on. It's also a nice exercise because if you're cooked, you can just hold the ball in the air. If you really want to challenge, you just squeeze that thing, and if you squeeze so hard you pop it, I'll send you a new one. last round of these and then we'll go back on our feet. How is the audio? Can you still hear me okay? Great. Yeah, these beats, if you get sweat in the microphone hole, no good. Okay, last time we're going to do push-ups today. Actually, last time we're going to do it, well, forward planks. Not promising anything about side planks. There may be a few of those coming up. So, okay, 5 more good push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold in high plank. Nice straight line from your heels to the top of your head. Think of your core, which isn't just your six-pack ab muscles, but your whole body, your whole shoulders to hips, shoulders to pelvic floor, as one can. It's like a soda can, and it is just so tight all the way around. Let's bring those knees down. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and forearm plank. Now let's tap those toes out for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Last round of our dead bugs. Again, keep that back glued to the floor. If you're finding your back arch, set your ball down and just do regular dead bugs. Okay, ready? Okay, hold for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, up, other side, 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest for a moment, and up. Okay, extend, hold for 10. Back down. 3, 2, 1. And last time we're seeing these. One of these exercises that looks like nothing, but whew, you do it right, it hurts. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get back on our feet. We're done with this, putting it out of the way. And now we're going into our second set of legs. And so what we'll do here, take one weight, probably heavier. You had 2 weights before. If you have another weight, one heavier. I'm gonna use a kettlebell. If you have a kettlebell, use that. If not, a dumbbell works absolutely fine too. So we are going to do 3 exercises. We are going to do a single leg deadlift. So I've got the kettlebell or the dumbbell where my other foot would have been. We're going to do a kickstand. So you may remember from last year we were doing a lot of single leg deadlifts. We'll build up to that. But what we'll do, just have your foot back like a normal walking stride. You've got 70–80% of your weight in this leg. This is just here for a bit of support. And when we do this deadlift, same principle as before. This is not a spine exercise. This is a hamstring and glute exercise. Keep that back, keep that core engaged, keep that back flat, you're gonna reach down and lift up. But this is, you know, biking is single leg exercise, so this just keeps it, gives us some time to focus on single leg. The second exercise we're gonna do is a row, and it's handy that we have this kettlebell. It's kettlebell, a heavy dumbbell. So same arm it was in. So I've got the weight in my right arm. I've got my bracing myself on my left leg with my left arm, and we're gonna row. Like that. And then we are going to do that each side. And then the fifth exercise in the set will be a kettlebell swing. So I like to start with it behind my legs. Reach through, so that really gives you a sense of like how much you should be reaching through. And you swing. Squeeze the butt, swing the dumbbell up to your chin height. If you've got a, that was a kettlebell. If you've got a dumbbell, same thing. You're just grabbing it under the weight, squeeze, squeeze. All right, so like I said, I was using 15s on the double leg everything. I've got a 25. We'll see, that may suck. I may regret it because I'm back to teacher training later today with more strength, but we'll find out. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to do, have a weight in the right hand. We'll do deadlift, row. We'll swap, deadlift, row, and then we'll do swing. We'll go through that 3 times. So 8 times each. And so you see by doing the lower count, like, you know, it's okay to, as you know, with these lower numbers, to do a little heavier weight. 1, 2, back straight, hip is hinging back. 3, weights mostly on the front foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now just that back foot goes back a little bit further. Brace yourself on the left side, and we row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that is going to be hard by the end, but we'll see. Now switch sides. Feet like you're in a walking stride for single leg deadlifts on the right. And we go 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you're feeling it back here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now into the rowing position, and we row. 1, 2, 3. I've got a little bit of shoulder rotation in here, facing the ground. Whatever you need to do to get the weight up. 6, 7, 8. Okay? Place that weight. I've got it in the one edge of my mat, standing in the center of my mat. I'm gonna grab it, and we're just going to do 8 kettlebell swings, or dumbbell swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And rest. Kettlebell swings are great because they use the whole backside of your body. You should be pushing forward with these big strong glutes and hamstrings. You need a lot of control with your back. Your shoulders are lifting the weight and then bracing it at the top. Really is a great exercise. So think about, were you happy with the weight you had? If so, keep it. If not, adjust. Twice more through that. And so with that, so on that, I like to have, the dumbbell or the weight is, position where my foot was. Start with tipping your hips back. Keep your, like I said, keep your core engaged. Keep your back straight. You don't want to be arched like this. You don't want to be bent over. You really want good control in that back. And this is to strengthen those glutes and hamstrings. So let's do it again. So we're doing 8. 1, 2, and the weight. It's good to mix up which side the weight is on because it requires different type of balance and control. 7, 8, and now back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and switch. So take a moment to get set up. Weight on that front, most of the weight on the front leg, back leg there for support. Tip at the hip. Reach down and grab that weight. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't curve that spine. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right into rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kettlebell swings. Make sure your knees track over your toes. And we on the back and we swing 1, 2, 3, 4. Core engaged. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. And we rest. And we have that one more time. So it's interesting, Tom was saying he could do more with the row than with the single leg deadlift. A woman, I've got a little less upper body strength. Despite working a lot on it, I'm the opposite. Can always do more with the legs. And it's that, can I get the upper body to work? So play around with the weights. Like at the beginning of the season, you don't really know what the exact right weight is. So feel free to play around. Yeah. All right. Maybe give yourself a little back bend. And another one of those Jefferson curls that we did. Rolling one vertebra at a time. All right. Let's go. All right. Last guy through this one. So grab that kettlebell, or let's see, core's engaged, nice strong column. Tip that hip back so you start to feel engagement in the high hamstring. And now we lift. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we switch. Other leg goes back. Get that weight in position. So feet are about hip width apart. You don't want your feet super wide. Feet are just in line with your hips. Start with the tip. Feel the engagement in the high hamstring. Grab the weight and we pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right down into rows. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our last round of kettlebell swings. Make sure you've got a good firm legs. Core again is locked in. Glutes are engaged. Reach through, grab, and swing up to your chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. We're done with all the weights, so you can get those out of your way. We've just got a bit more core, and then some stretching left to do. So, I'll look for a good video on how to do those. But let's. All right, so let's move into side plank. We can chat while we're in side plank. So now I've got my arm directly under my left shoulder, trying to have as straight of a line with my body from head to toes, and we hold here. We're gonna hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Onto your back. Bicycles. So knees are up at a 90-degree angle. Hands are behind your head. You're going to take your right shoulder and try to bring it to your left knee while the right leg extends. And then you're going to switch sides. And we're going to do these for 7 each side. So you're going to do a total of 14. So 1, 2, 2. Go at your own pace. And last one each side. Okay, now we're going to go back to our side plank. So back up. And this time we're going to reach under. So we're going to take that top hand. We're going to reach and touch the floor behind us. We're going to do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hold for another 5 seconds. Okay, and back to, now we'll do 6 bicycles each side at your own pace. And for me, this is 6 and 6. Okay, now we flip to the other side. Nice straight line, heels to head, and we just hold. Let's hold for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to bicycles. 5 each side. 4, 4, 5, 5. And then back onto that side plank. And we'll do that same thing with that reach. 5 times behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, 4 bicycles each side. Three, 4, 4. Now we're gonna try out a move called Charlie's Angels. I have not taught this, so I accept feedback. So, feet straight up in the air. Take your hands, clasp them, release your index finger, curl your spine up, and put your hands, in this case my hands are over to the right. My hands are to the right, my right leg, I'm gonna dip it for 10, 9, called Charlie's Angels, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl your hips to your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little hug. And we'll do that on the other side. So legs are up to the ceiling. If you don't have that extension, a little bend is fine. If you really don't have it, if you need to have the knees bent, no problem. You do what works for you. Now, clasp those hands together, release the index finger, curl your spine up like in the shape of a C. Arms are off to the left, and you drop the left leg. 1, we go for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Woo. Give yourself a good stretch. And go ahead and flip over. We've got a little bit more posterior chain, and then we'll stretch. So let's start with just a little back bend. Baby cobra, if you're into yoga. Just use your arms to lift your back up a bit. A little bit of stretching, a little bit of strength, but to get yourself comfortable with having that back lifted up. Now, let's use just the muscles of your back and your glutes to do that. So lift up like we're in baby cobra. Now lift those hands off the ground. So you're using the muscles. I feel it from the middle of my back, down my lower back, into my glutes, even a little bit of hamstring that's pulling me up. Can you pull up for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. And we'll do that one more time, adding in the legs so it engages even more of your whole posterior chain. So lift up in baby cobra, lift those legs off the ground, and let's put your arms forward like you're Superman, Superwoman, like we're flying through the air. Think of the back strength that they needed to do this. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Let's do that one more time. These are good for us. All right. Okay, arms out, legs firm, everything lifts up. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Feel free to give yourself an even deeper back bend if that feels good. The work is done. We will now just do some stretching and mobility. So let's stand back up. Have your legs nice and wide and drop down. The wider you are, the more likely you are to get your hands on the ground, provide a little bit of support. Just, you can have a little bend in your knees, but feel this in your hamstrings, feel this in your lower back. You can grab your elbows to hang. I love this because I feel like gravity helps lengthen my spine. Now put one hand down, left hand down, rotate your right arm up. So you should feel this in your left adductor and a nice twist in your spine. Switch sides. Switch back. And one more. Now come into a lunge. Ooh, how does this feel? Stretch the front of those hips. If you need it, you can put your knee down and come up. Let's just really get through the front of the hip and into your quad. Hands back down. Lift that knee out and switch sides. So left leg goes back, right leg comes forward. Plant those hands down. Lean forward over the toe a bit. Drop your knee. Rise up. Oh, that feels good. Now plant your hands. Right foot knee to your left. Up into down dog. And now pedal out your feet. What I'm looking for here is a calf stretch. All right, and then onto your mat, on your back, and we'll go into figure 4. So take your left ankle, cross it across your right knee, reach through and grab what you can. If you can grab around your thigh, great. Just hold that. Get a nice stretch through the glute, through the upper hamstring, a little bit of adductor. Use that right leg to push in even a little further. And now release your hands, keep your legs where they are, and let's do a side stretch. So, stretch your hips over to the left, stretching my head over to the right. Nice spinal twist. come back to center, pull those knees into the chest, and we'll do that on the other side. So right ankle over left knee. Your legs may be very different. I know mine are. Reach through and get a nice glute, hamstring, adductor stretch here. Okay, and now twist. Hips off to the right. Look to the left. Feel a nice spinal twist. Excellent. Well, that concludes, bang on 8 o'clock, the first LTT LHS Lift Heavy Ship session of winter 23-24. Thanks, everybody.